Did they care? Do they not do their due diligence? Or is it something more nefarious? We don't know. But when you get caught lying, censoring, and omitting information, all of a sudden it's the mainstream media who look like conspiracy theorists and not the other way around. Welcome back to Andrew Says on Rebel News. The CDC updated their website the other day, and the information they showed shocked some people, seeing it as a type of admittance. While we've known for a while now that the coronavirus is dangerous to obesity, seniors, or those with pre-existing conditions, generally what we see in the media is two categories only: cases and deaths. From that, most people extrapolate how dangerous it is. We've had shutdowns and quarantines, New Zealand's pushed back their elections. You probably have to wear a mask to go indoors now, no matter how low the numbers are where you live. Still, with all that, the focus has continued to be, especially in the United States, the death toll. Closing in at 200,000, this has been the focal point of criticism against President Trump, criticizing his campaign all over the place. Now, we could argue certain points about which governor is to blame and which states are more affected by it, but what the CDC posted was still not what we're used to hearing in the news. On their website, and we'll link it for you below, the CDC states the following. Under comorbidities, conditions contributing to deaths involving COVID-19, quote, for 6% of the deaths, COVID-19 was the only cause mentioned. For deaths with conditions or causes in addition to COVID-19, on average, there were 2.6 additional conditions or causes per death. Now, you can argue, as I mentioned, that we already knew that pre-existing conditions could prove to be fatal. But I think it would be dishonest to say that the media at large makes adequate mention that death rates are this low if there is no pre-existing condition. As stated, on average, people die from the virus with 2.6 additional causes of death, mainly the flu, pneumonia, and respiratory failure. But what this means is that less than 12,000 people in the United States have died from coronavirus alone. I don't think you'll find any mainstream media source making that differentiation on a regular basis. If you live in a smaller area with tough restrictions on eating indoors or going to the gym, building capacity and things like that, and you've got low numbers as it is, this means that it's probably even lower than you thought. No matter what you believe the severity of the numbers to be, I don't think anyone can doubt that this was all presented in panic mode from day one. Now, maybe that was appropriate at the start, but when the government and its agencies like the CDC, Dr. Fauci, Theresa Tam, and even the WHO, when they lie, it makes the people they call conspiracy theorists look that much more correct. They may not have even been right, but if people on the far reaches of Instagram or YouTube have been telling you the same thing since April, while the government and the media gets it wrong about masks, the spread, outdoor transmissions, and tells you certain protests are okay and other ones are dangerous, well, the people who never change their story are starting to sound a lot more competent. You've probably heard the words scandemic, fake virus, plandemic. You've probably watched a video or two that was pulled off the internet the next day. You may have thought they were even pretty silly, but as it turns out, it's the authoritative sources that got it all wrong. The ones you see every day that are pushed to the top, they're probably recommended to you right next to this video. They're forced upon you every day. Did they care? Do they not do their due diligence? Or is it something more nefarious? We don't know. But when you get caught lying, censoring, and omitting information, all of a sudden it's the mainstream media who look like conspiracy theorists and not the other way around. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're sick of having to wear a mask, go to maskexemption.ca where you can get your mask exemption cards right now.